Good day, everybody. It is Calxiyn here, and today we're going to be talking about this Variety article that has some miraculous news. This article is written by Elsa Keslasi. I'm not sure if I said her name right, but I will be including a link in the pinned comment section. So in the pinned comment, I will have a link to the article, and you guys are able to read it. Click on it, give it a read for yourself. I'm not going to read the article word for word. Most of this video is actually just going to be me explaining what all this means, because it can be very confusing. I was confused when I first read it, and giving my personal thoughts. So, if you guys remember, I talked about the Disney Plus logo on the Miraculous poster a couple weeks ago and what that could mean, and I said that it would make a lot of sense when you think about it for Miraculous to just air episodes on Disney Plus, because Miraculous wasn't really being monetized properly when you think about it, because say an episode airs in France, and only in France, right? This happened multiple times, and everybody wants to watch it from around the world, right? People would live stream that episode from their TV in France and then put it online so fellow fans could watch the show, right? And that was good for us as the fans because we would still have a method to watch it. But it wasn't really high quality. Miraculous didn't make any money from that either, right? And so when you think about it, it was sort of a lose-lose for us and for them, because for us, a lot of fans watched the episodes like in French, not really understanding what was going on just because they wanted to watch it so bad because that was the only place that it aired. And then Miraculous doesn't get any money from that view because you could have 5 people actually watching it, like actually with their TVs on in France, right? And then streaming it to thousands of people online. And the advertisers, right? The advertisers who put the advertisements in between Miraculous episodes, they don't count the thousands of people that are online in their numbers. They only count the 5 people that actually have their TV on, you understand? So by having this inconsistent release schedule, and having these episodes release like, oh, it's France this week, and then it's the UK, and then it's Canada Disney Channel. You had this inconsistent release schedule, all these episodes premiering on different networks. It was bad for international fans because we would have to hunt for someone live streaming it from their TV, and it was bad for Miraculous because the numbers didn't actually reflect like the people that were watching. You know, that one person could be streaming it and has their TV on in France, but then 100 people are watching it on a live stream, and that doesn't count towards the views of the TV station. And so I feel like, and I said, if Disney Plus has global streaming rights and premieres the episodes, more fans could enjoy it because it would be on a unified platform instead of fans hunting for the stream links, right? The episodes would premiere in higher quality. It would possibly also premiere in multiple languages because Disney Plus supports that, obviously, and Miraculous would, in a sense, actually get the money from all of these views. The views could finally be more or less reflected properly because everybody would theoretically buy a Disney Plus subscription. Obviously, some people are still gonna pirate the show. I do not condone that. I feel like everyone should just get Disney Plus and watch it that way. But that was my thought process, is I was like, you could have those 100 people willing to spend $5 to watch the Miraculous episode instead of those 100 people sort of going rogue and watching it on a live stream coming from France. You know what they mean? If they can watch it like in their own language and everything, right? And so now we have some news about this topic. And so Miraculous World New York, I guess this is what they're calling the movies, right? We have the New York movie and we have the Shanghai movie. And Miraculous World New York and Miraculous World Shanghai have been acquired by Disney streaming platform and channel for global premiere rights, excluding Brazil and China, okay? And then there are second window rights that TF1 got for France, that Canada's Family Channel has for Canada, etc. So what does that mean? Because that was the part that really confused me, and I may be wrong, so do not quote me on this, but basically it sounds like Disney Plus is going to get the premiere rights to the movie for Disney Channel and Disney Plus. So let's say, for example, you know, New York Miraculous airs on like a Friday night at 7 p.m. on Disney Channel, let's just pretend, and then Saturday at midnight it drops for Disney Plus, or it airs on Disney Channel and drops for Disney Plus at the exact same time. Something like that, right? Again, that's just an example. But then the second window, right? So that was what was really confusing. So again, don't quote me on this, but I think the article is basically saying that after the first window rights expire, then it'll be aired on TF1 in France, for example. So for instance, I'm Canadian. I think what they're saying is that me as a Canadian, I have Disney Plus. It'll be on Disney Plus for me. Like the movie, when it drops on Disney Plus for the United States and stuff, because they have first window rights to stream it everywhere except Brazil and China, I can watch it because I'm in Canada. So if it does premiere, that theoretical, right, this is an example, that theoretical Friday at 8 p.m., I can watch it even though I am Canadian, right? But then, when those first window rights expire, I, as a Canadian, could turn on my Canadian TV station and watch it premiere again on Canadian's family channel. So it sounds like, to me, the whole world, like virtually everyone with a Disney Plus account, regardless of the region except for China and Brazil, will be able to watch the movies when they first premiere. Okay, so everyone can watch it at the exact same time. But then, after that first window is over, the movies will re-premiere on TF1 in France, on Canada's Family Channel, right? Because if it was going to premiere for France on the French station, they would have excluded Brazil, China, and France. You guys understand what I mean? They would have said that. But instead, it sounds like Wave 1 is going to be Disney Plus for everyone except Brazil and China, and then it's going to have Wave 2, and then Wave 2, it'll come after. Does that make sense? I know it's hard to explain. But it sounds like Wave 1, that'll be for everyone except for Brazil and China. And then Wave 2 is like, okay, France is allowed to air it on the French station. Canada's allowed to air it on the Canadian station. You guys get the idea? And that'll be like a couple months later, maybe. Or like even a couple weeks later. Does that make sense? So we have, the first Wave 1 date, like say it's October, right? And so it premieres in October. Let's just pretend. Again, this is not the actual date it's gonna air. Let's just pretend it airs in October. That's Wave 1. Then the second wave could be like January, and in January it would premiere on TF1 and stuff. So I think that if you are Canadian like me, you will still be able to watch things as soon as they premiere. That's why there's a first window and a second window. I think that's my understanding of it. But I think if you're in Brazil, for example, you will need to wait till it is on the Brazil TV station. You will not get to watch the first wave premiere with everyone else. That is why Brazil and China are excluded. That is basically how I would read that. The Variety article also says that Disney Plus will exclusively stream Miraculous seasons 4 and 5. So it says that Disney Plus has boarded seasons 4 and 5 of the series, which will be exclusive to the streamer. So this means season 4 and 5 will be exclusive to Disney Plus. Again, probably everywhere except for China and Brazil. I'm not entirely sure on that because it didn't specify, but I think it's the same sort of concept, is that season 4, episode 1 will only premiere on Disney Plus. And then maybe it'll premiere exclusively on the TV stations like much later down the line, but right now the only information we have is it'll be exclusive to Disney Plus. So what do you guys need? You guys need Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. I am a crazy Disney fan. If you guys haven't noticed, like I am a super Disney fan. We've been on like 9 Disney cruises and park trips, like my family, like total, not 9 cruises and 9 park trips, just as a total number. We love Disney so much. So obviously we have Disney Plus. You guys need to start convincing whoever you need to convince. If it's your friend group and you all pitch in $1, if it's, your boyfriend or your girlfriend to split it with you, if it's your roommates, if it's your parents, you guys have to start convincing people to get Disney Plus. Now, what does this mean for my reaction videos? I think it'll be okay, because even though Disney has the exclusive streaming rights and global premiere rights, this show is still Zags. Does that make sense? I never had a problem with reactions when it was on Netflix, so I don't, hopefully, knock on wood, I won't have a problem with reactions when it airs on Disney Plus. I don't feel like Disney is gonna go copyright striking people, if that makes sense. Hopefully. I'm knocking on wood. And the reason why I say this is because even in the article, it talks about how much views, like 15 billion views on YouTube, right? Including authorized and user-generated content. The article recognizes this, right? Because I got an email a while ago, because I did get a copyright strike, and it was an accident. And they copyright struck me, and they were like, this must be a mistake. We don't copyright strike reactions, right? That's what they said to me in my email. So if they're going forward copyright striking reactions, that may be a problem. But the email that I got when I got copyright striked by accident was, we do not copyright strike reactions, right? And so I feel like that the final say is like, Zag and all that. Like, they're the ones who decide if something gets copyright striked. I don't think that Disney, hopefully, knock on wood, is going to copyright strike people for their reactions, because why didn't Netflix, right? I think Netflix could copyright strike a reaction for like Dragon Prince or She-Ra, because those are Netflix originals, but I don't think Miraculous was. Does that make sense? And so if I didn't have problems doing reactions when the show was out on Netflix, I don't think that I'll have problems with the show being on Disney Plus. Does that make sense? I feel like that it'll be okay, because Netflix didn't come around like, hey, we're gonna copyright strike you because we're streaming this on our platform. I don't think that Disney will do that, because Netflix didn't do that. I feel like that is sort of above them. Does that make sense? Like, the decision to copyright strike is above Netflix. It's like for the, creators of the show. It's for Zag and all of that stuff. That is how I would interpret it. I'll check again, but hopefully reactions will be okay. And again, I'm saying this just because the article recognizes how much user-generated content it is. I feel like it would be really stupid, right, with how much the fandom keeps Miraculous alive, to block things like reaction videos, to block things like AMVs. I feel like they aren't going to do that. It's only going to be if you, like, rip the episode and post it on YouTube. And even some of those are still up. So, I feel like it's going to be okay. But yeah, that is basically it from me, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you feel informed now, you feel less confused, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!